right. So we had the freaking another day of the Summer Games Expo or whatever the fuck it's called. And nobody really gives a damn, do they? Anyway, the point that I would like to make is that as you can see, this amazing individual has pointed out that Capcom is going to be having a killer 2026 with Resident Evil Requiem. I don't know how to pronounce that. Way of the Sword, Pragmata. That one actually looks really good. I might end up playing that one. Monster Hunter Wilds Year 2 and a / likely expansion in Street Fighter 6. Sheesh, right? Okay. So do I care about Capcom? No. I don't play many Capcom games. But, you know, we've had so much bullshit with, you know, AAA games that are absolute garbage. They're absolute trash. It's not just that they have the DEI bullshit in it, right? Like, because think about it like this. Imagine you took Assassin's Creed and you took all the gay shit out of it. Would it be a good game? I don't think anybody who criticized it for having all the gay shit in it would have thought Assassin's Creed Shadows would have been a better game if they took all the gay shit out of it. And I mean, honestly, it's really to the point now where I half think that many of these companies know their product is going to be half-baked and half-assed, and they literally just make it lame and gay so they can do the South Park meme and just make everybody look like and call everybody bigots for not liking it. And putting that at the forefront and just hoping that the gays stand up and defend the giant corporation. Good luck with that, buddy. Good luck with that. Anyway, so because it's really, we are entering into a new golden age of gaming. The franchises that we grew up with are dead. They're all dead. They have been taken by the Borg. They have been eaten by zombies. You know, you name the zombie analog, and that's what's happened to them. And they are being worn in the games that we grew up loving, like, you know, the Blizzard games, WoW, StarCraft, all of these franchises that are essentially controlled by these giant corporations. Well, they're all dead, right? And now they've been eaten by zombies. Like I said, they've been assimilated by the Borg, and so now the Borg and the zombies have teamed up together to attack all of us by wearing the skin suits of the things that we used to love. So hopefully they could take our money. And I'm being extremely exaggeratory, but it really does feel as if none of the stuff that's happened over the past 10 years with all these franchises crashing out over the DEI shit it never worked. It never worked. And the only reason it did work is because of the cultural hegemony of essentially Blue Team during that entire time. And the reason I bring all of this up is because it's not just with Capcom. It's in many other areas where we are entering this new golden age of gaming. Look at all the games that are coming out. Claire Obscure, freaking Expedition 33, Enshrouded. Blew me away, man. Blew me away. I think it's still in early access. You've got Void War, which just came out. An FTL roguelike, a game that is an FTL light roguelike game that is essentially, you take the basis of FTL and put it in a Warhammer 40K like universe and just have at it. And it is actually good. It is actually good. And there's so many games coming out now that do feel like they were made by people who actually give a damn about making games, and that they didn't have, because that's the problem, right? It's not just that. How should I put this? I want to say this succinctly because I'm gonna jump all over the place. So there are people that work at these corporations that want to make good games. True. But there are also people who work at these giant corporations that make video games who want to just collect a fucking paycheck. They didn't get into making video games because they like video games. They got into making video games because it's a fucking job. And not only that, in the corporations you have, you know, ideas by committee. When an artist thinks that something, or a creator thinks that something should be in a game, and the corpos above them don't, well, who do you think's going to win, right? And so when you have corpos and marketers and all these other motherfuckers making decisions for video games, you're not going to get good video games. You're going to get good money-making devices. And that's essentially what a lot of our favorite franchises have turned into, is just money-making machines. And to be fair, dude, freaking Legendary Drops, the baller himself, recently just put out a video about this about a very similar thing. Let me see if I can find it. I just want to show you the thumbnail. We're not gonna watch this video on. Not gonna happen. I'm not Asmongold. Fucking Baldy. Yeah, it's this one right here. So let's integrate this into the stream. Nothing is left. This right here. Activision and this video is essentially about how activism is cancer, and about how they're going to over monetize everything. And that's exactly the way it's going to go. You're going to have, it's basically going to go 3 different ways. You're going to have people like Nintendo who are absolutely going to charge like the premium price for what's going on in their system, and people are going to buy it, and it's going to increase all the prices because of it, because people can't help themselves over Mario Kart. What can I say? Hell, I can't even help myself over Mario Kart half the time, so I don't even know. But places like Activision are going to so over monetize games that you're going to end up having to pay money to reload. Like, I'm not even joking, man. It's going to be some seriously fucked up shit, like paying money for extra bullets, or paying money for better bullets that, you know, do bonus damage, or just any kind of nonsense. Like, it's they see the Chinese model of how they do pay to win, and the Korean model of how they do pay to win, and they want that. That's what they want. And then you're going to have the other direction. Technically the third direction, but it's going in the opposite direction of the other two. And it's going to be games like Expedition 33. It's going to be games like Enshrouded. It's going to be games like Void War. Indie or AA games that are both indie and AA games are in a renaissance, man. Like, I was blown away. Let me get it off of that. That's a bad pause. My bad, dude. Sorry, bro. Like, I was blown away by just how damn good Enshrouded was. Like, I thought it would be fun, you know, run around, kill some shit, you know, whack stuff with a stick. And I haven't even really participated in the story overly much. I mostly skip all the story stuff because I'm just, one, it's not voice acted, and 2, yeah, let's just say, like, I've been reading lore since I was a teenager, and it's getting old in my old age. Let's put it like that. So, no offense to anybody who does Enshrouded, but one of the things that I've taken away from that is that the game in and of itself holds my attention without any story at all. Like, the entire world is still mostly a mystery to me, and I absolutely love the fact that it is. And even if you did read the lore, I'm not sure how much of it would actually, like, you know, tell the full story without getting, like, real deep into it, or without exploring more of the world. And I believe that's what they're going for, and they did a damn good job. Like I said, I'm loving the game. I'm addicted to it. I'm playing it off stream. It's all good. And so I really do wonder how the corporations are going to fare, just in general, when you're going to have, you know, dozens upon dozens upon dozens of games every year that are going to come out, that are going to be, you know, Baldur's Gate 3 level, not necessarily Baldur's Gate 3 level quality, but Larian Studios level of quality, right? Where it's like, not just quality, but love for gaming, love for the creation of the art, right? That's really what it boils down to, is that you're going to see, so, especially with Unreal being more ubiquitous than ever, easier to make games. So yeah, you're going to have a bunch of slop that looks like, you know, that looks like AAA slop, but it's actually just regular slop. But you're also going to have the ability for all kinds of people to be able to make all kinds of games. Even a retard like me could potentially make a game. You know what I mean? So I am very, very, very happy with where gaming is going. You know, 8 years ago, I probably wouldn't have been so excited, because it really felt as if most of the franchises that I was a part of, that I'd grown up with, they were just being worn as skin suits by corpos who wanted to push a political message that they thought would make them money. Like, that's really what it boiled down to. It really felt like that a lot of these college kids who went to marketing and all this other shit with gender studies. They got into these corporations and they were basically beating their bosses over the head, where it's like, this is where the new generation is going. You know, this is where gamers are going. If you don't get it, you can get it on the ground level by going woke, and then you can get all that money. And the problem is that the only people who are woke are the people who take gender studies. Everybody else is just normal. Everybody else is just normal. So I'm very excited. It does mean that we're just going to have to, we have to, it's what happens when you get older. This is something that I've just had to come to terms with. You just got to let it go, man. You just got to let it go. Like with Star Trek, I love Star Trek. It's right here, right? I grew up watching it. You know, Star Trek: The Next Generation, you know, Captain Picard was like a father figure for me. And a lot of the characters were very influential in building who and what I am, and the way I view the world. One of the reasons that I do believe that I do value life the way I do is because of the propagandization by Star Trek to, you know, value life. I actually do think that's where it comes from, because, I mean, let's be real, as much as it's annoying sometimes when Patrick Stewart gets up on a soapbox and preaches about, you know, ultra mega liberalism, the man has a point. 99% of the time, he's not wrong. You know what I mean? And so it really killed me when they like flew off the deep end, because almost every single thing that Star Trek STD, that's right, excuse me, no, it's not Star Trek STD, it's STD, Star Trek Discovery, everything that STD did was basically, they tackled all the same stuff, but they did it in the wrong way. And it's just like with the new Star Trek, the one where it was like a prequel to the original series. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like they have no idea what the fuck they're doing. It really does feel that way. So anyway, off of Star Trek, the reason I brought that up is because it was the one franchise above all others that really broke my heart when they went off the deep end. And then when they were given criticism about what they were doing, they basically called everybody who disagreed with them bigots. No matter, because like the thing about it is like, of course Star Trek tackles these things. Of course, all the political shit. But they do it in a very tactful and succinct way. And they don't beat you over the head with it. They let you think about it. They let you be the good person instead of telling you how to be the good person, right? And I always felt that most of the Star Treks did a pretty good job of that. Enterprise was a little bit heavy-handed. Voyager was very heavy-handed, and fucking Janeway is a war criminal. I'm just going to say that. She's a fucking war criminal. And we're just going to move on. So, I am very, very happy with the direction that gaming is going now. After seeing all the stuff from the last few years, after Baldur's Gate 3, after everything that we've come out, it's like all the corpos can go kick rocks. I don't care. Take my franchises and go fuck off. Just go. I don't care anymore. Because it's basically they've drilled it down to apathy. Like, I'm not angry anymore. I don't care. I don't care what new Star Trek comes out. I don't care what new WoW shit comes out. I don't care about StarCraft anymore. I don't give a fuck about any of this shit, because the people that make it don't give a fuck about me, right? So I just don't care. And while I still enjoy my Star Trek every now and then, and I still read the books and all that stuff, and I'm still doing the lore series that I'm trying to do. Like the main Star Trek stuff, I just don't care about. Like, I have no interest in it at all. And I mean, they would have to do some heavy revamping for me to like actually care about any of the mainstream Star Trek shit that they're doing. I will say that the video game, what was it? Star Trek, what was it? Where is it? Star Trek Resurgence was amazing. Absolutely, hands down, the best Star Trek experience I have had in a long time outside of a book. Like, this game, if you love Star Trek, if you love Star Trek, I mean, I can't, like, it's hard for me to articulate what exactly this game captures, but it absolutely does. It absolutely does. And what I'm waiting on is for me to forget most of the story so I can play it again. And that's what I'm waiting on. Because I don't want to just play it again right out of the bat, right? So I'm happy about it. And it's gonna be great. We're gonna have all these great games, and all the corpos can go kick rocks. They will milk the shit out of all the idiots who want to play their stupid slop, and that's fine. I don't care. Every customer has the right to choose whatever they want, so fuck it. I'm gonna do what I want, and it's not gonna be any of that bullshit. It's gonna be people who care about games. It's gonna be people who care about their games, insofar as they want to make good games so that I can have fun and be intrigued and be, enveloped in their entire world. And then if they want a little bit extra money from me, I'll give it fucking to them. Like, what was it? PoE 2 and Last Epoch, both games I bought. Right? I paid the $30 to pay Path of Exile 2, and I bought Last Epoch. I think it's $40 or something like that to just buy it. And on top of that, I've also given them extra money because their games are so fucking good. I literally want to give them my money, so I bought cosmetics that I don't even like cosmetics in ARPGs. But I still did it because I like what they're doing. I want to support them. I want to give them more money so they can make better games. So they can make more games that are just as good, if not better, than the ones they currently make. And I will absolutely do that. I do not mind microtransactions insofar as they are supportive of the actual company that cares about the end user. That is the real crux of it, is that a lot of these corporations stop caring about their end users, and here we are. All right, so I think we're going to draw it there. They don't care about the end users, so find companies that at least pretend to care about you. At least so far as the game is fun, all right?